Hey, what's up? I'm your host, Christian Patterson, here to bring you this week's edition of TV20's Inside Sports Report. The Cleveland Indians have a special treat in store for next season. They recently unveiled a new uniform option as well as small enhancements to the existing options for the 2019 season.
We are proud to play host to our 6th All-Star Game, becoming the only city with just one team to treat its fans to this jewel event 6 times. The 5 previous were 1935, 1954, 1963, 1981, and in 1997, where our very own Sandy Alomar Jr. hit a dramatic 2-out, 2-run homer in the 7th inning in the American League's 3-1 victory and being named the game's most valuable player. Our refresh look for next season will feature our players rocking the official 2019 All-Star Game logo on the sleeve of their jerseys and the caps. Before we unveil the refresh look to our home and road uniforms, let's revisit quickly what we wore the past couple seasons. We had 3 different uniforms the last few seasons. At home, we had the traditional white jersey with script Indians across the front. On the road, we had the gray uniform with block Cleveland across the front, and we had the midnight navy blue jersey with Indians script across the front that we wore both at home and on the road. This coming season, we will have 4 uniforms, 2 defined home uniforms and 2 defined road uniforms. So let's take a look at our road jerseys. We'll be saluting the great city of Cleveland on both, featuring Cleveland in block lettering on the gray, as well as on the new look midnight navy blue jersey, a clean, bold, fresh, simple look. Both jerseys will be worn with gray pants. The road uniforms will feature one cap, the all-navy cap, with the red block C. Our 2 home uniforms will feature a refreshed, fun look as well. Our traditional home white jersey will have red script Indians across the front with midnight navy blue piping along the sleeve and the collar. And our new alternate home uniform will feature a red jersey with script Indians across the chest and the same piping style on the sleeves and the collar, similar to the new midnight navy blue that we will wear on the road. The red top has that clean, bold, fun look. It marks just the 2nd time in franchise history that we will be wearing red as an official uniform. The last time was in the 1970s, 1975, 76, and 77 to be exact. And no, we will not be wearing red pants with the red jersey tops. Both of these home uniforms will be worn with white pants. There will be one cap at home, as you see, the navy blue cap with the red bill and the red block C. Finally, most importantly, and just to make sure there is no confusion, all 4 of these new cool-looking uniforms and the 2 caps are available to our fans to be purchased right here in the Cleveland Indians team shop. And there's only 132 days till opening day, Monday, April 1st, against the Chicago White Sox. Thank you, everybody. Go Tribe.
For the past 4 seasons, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors have been a rivalry, meeting in the NBA Finals each year. But with LeBron James in LA, the rivalry has faded. Now, the Cleveland Cavaliers are facing the Warriors for the first time since LeBron's departure, and Tristan Thompson spoke about the dynamic of the relationship between the 2 teams.
That's in the past. It's a new season, new team. Our ball club's different. They've made some changes, but predominantly the same team. So, I mean, that's all the last 4 years. That was great for the NBA. That was great for you guys to talk about. That was great for you guys to show old highlights and stats or whatever you guys want to do with it. So, I mean, it's in the past. It's a new team now. In a new chapter for our organization. So it's all, you guys can put that for ESPN Classics.
Is there still just as much a dislike for them?
I don't, if you're not on my team, I really don't like you anyway, so I don't like a lot of people.
What's the key to defending the Warriors?
I'm trying to run them off the three-point line. They're very deadly behind the arc, especially with the 3 All-Stars that they have active right now. If they get going early, they can make shots damn near from half court. So we got to run them off the line, have them take twos, tough twos, have them score within inside the arc, and I think that's what we're going to try to do tonight.
When Klay Thompson is still talking about blowing a 3-1 lead, do you enjoy any of that?
I mean, like I said, it's all in the past. It's a new chapter. We were successful to win a championship. They won 3 of them, so it's all in the past for us.
Do you tell any of the, like Colin, or for example, what it's like to, what they're like or anything?
Yeah, we just, I think he knows how good of a shooter those guys are, but of course, you don't really know until you get out there and play against them how talented they are and how crafty and very, they know how to get to their spots and how to get open. They're very good at the push-off, getting open, and the bigs do a good job setting screens to get the guards open. So, we definitely told him, and he knows, but obviously until you get on that court with him, you don't really know how good they are. So it'll be fun for him to experience that.
So you don't have any nostalgia about 4 finals when you see those uniforms?
I mean, regular season hate is totally different than finals hate. So, it's regular season. It's another opponent. You don't really start hating guys until about game 4 in the playoffs. So we'll have to wait a long time to see them there. We'll get a finals to see them.
You were mentioning it the other night about generating threes for you guys as a group. Given the personnel that you had, do you think that would help your offense take that next step?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, this is a three-point shooting league, and in order to win games, you got to score threes and make a lot of paint shots. So I think for us, guys just got to take the shots. If you're taking the shots, you might have nights where you make 5 out of 8. You might have nights where you make 2 out of 8. But as long as you're taking them and you're getting your extra shots from practice, they'll start falling. The more comfortable you get in taking those shots, and don't worry about percentages, just shoot them. That's what everyone's doing now. They're shooting, even if they're not making them, they're still just getting them up and giving themselves a chance. So that's where our league is trending right now, especially with Golden State having success doing it.
Tristan also spoke highly about the Cavs' newest addition, Alec Burks, who was traded from the Utah Jazz for Kyle Korver.
I've known about him since Colorado days. We're in the same draft. I know how good he was. But how good he is when he's healthy. I think his third year in Milwaukee had a very good year. Had some really big games on ESPN. Really after Gordon, he was their second best scorer. Obviously, the last 4 years he's dealt with some injuries that have been tough. So, but for him, when he's healthy and ready to play, if you watched against Houston when they played, I think it was game 3. He had a burst of like 13 points. So it was huge for them that got in that win. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell played well, but he was a huge help for them scoring off the bench. So he can score. The kid can score. That's what he's been doing since Colorado days. That's what makes him very talented in this league, and that's what makes people, very interested to see him, because when he's healthy, he does play at a high level.
We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more of TV20's Inside Sports Report.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over. When you see lights,
vests,
or reflectors,
please give us some room. Slow down and move over. When you need us,
we've got your back.
Do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you, bacteria can hide in food and make you ill.
Wow.
But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean.
I'm waiting for the rinse cycle.
Separate. Cook.
Fire in the hole!
And chill.
We chipmunks are notoriously tight.
Check your steps. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to TV20's Inside Sports Report. I'm your host, Christian Patterson. The Department of Recreation is dedicated to keeping kids active through various sports and activities. They recently teamed up with the Foundry to offer kids a chance to learn more about the sport of rowing, with lessons at different rec centers on the east and west side.
They love it. It's something new, something different, and not all the kids know how to swim, because you really don't have to know how to swim, but you have to be a water baby because you have to enjoy the water. But you know, not all the youth is good in swim teams and stuff like that, but something that's a sport that's in the water, they love it because it's so different, you know, so they love it.
I like the rowing because I've never done it before, and because this is a good experience for me and my brother.
We joined up with the rec division a couple years ago, and we were able to start off by having athletes, young folks from the community come into our center. We have indoor rowing tanks at the Foundry, and so we started by showing kids that, showing them a little bit about our sport, a little bit about what makes rowing unique and how they might be able to get involved. And then actually Delise came up with this great idea to take one of our smaller shells and put it in the pool, so that's what we're here doing today. Our regular rowing shells are about 60 feet long, so they're hard to transport and they're hard to get into places. So we have the plastic ones today that are a little bit more durable, they're a little bit more kid-friendly, but they allow the kids to really try it out before they ever have to do anything else, so they can learn a little bit more about rowing.
Well, I learned a lot, and I think it's really fun. I mostly learned about how going backwards and forwards and how to turn and stuff. And I also learned how not to fall off.
In rowing, we use our legs, and so we spend a little bit of time on the indoor rowing machines that we have. So we brought 2 of those here today. We'll show the kids what they're supposed to be doing so that they can kind of try it out before they get on the water. But as soon as they get on the water, there's probably 10-15 minutes of I don't know what's happening and this is kind of crazy, and then there's usually a light bulb moment pretty quickly, which is really awesome to see. Normally when you teach people how to row, it takes 6 to 8 weeks for them to have that light bulb moment, to really feel like they're connected and feel like they understand what they're supposed to be doing. But with the boats and the pools, they can have that really, really quickly. So it's a pretty cool experience for them.
They can come to the recreation centers and see if we have that program there at that moment. If not, we can give them the information at Foundry, because they also will invite them. You know, they have programs down there for the community as well. So that's another good thing. We start in the center and then we interact with them, and then they'll come down there and do some of their programs that they have in the rowing and sailing program.
Down at the Foundry, all we do is community rowing and sailing, so we do both of those sports, and a lot of kids don't know that they could do that, especially in the city. Even if they're so close to the river and the lake, they don't know that that's an option for them. So we're hoping to open up that book and show them a little bit about what's out there. Rowing is really great because, especially for women, you can get scholarships. It's the #1 scholarship sport, and so trying to open up and include more people in our sports. I think that there's a lot of really good character building opportunities there, and a lot of really good opportunities for them to excel and to grow as a human being, and so we want to make sure that they know that that opportunity is available to them.
Thanks for watching the Inside Sports Report. If you would like to catch past episodes of the Inside Sports Report, Classic Sports, or any city championship games, head over to our TV20 YouTube channel and click on subscribe.